You are now listening to a bonus episode of 30 Minutes Inside Sports with Jonesy and Udhay.
The Edmonton Oilers, Stanley Cup champions, 1990.
McDavid, beautiful move, in on the Stacchio, good ball, touchdown! Sensational!
Hey, it's Jonesy here. Thanks for listening to 30 Minutes Inside Sports. Check out our Spotify if you're listening on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify, check out our YouTube for some YouTube exclusives, including some live streams, and also follow our Instagram for some Instagram exclusive live streams and updates on new episodes coming out. Welcome back to 30 Minutes Inside Sports with Jonesy and Majeko. Today, it's a bonus podcast, Elks Pregame show. We're missing Majeko today, but we got Udhay, Gil, one of our fantasy contestants this year. Udhay, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Max. How are you?
I'm really good. Really hyped up for today's game. Excited to see Trey Ford back in action. And, let's get at it. So, obviously, big day for the Elks. Again, another, they kind of have to win this one to keep in contention for a playoff spot with the Alouettes for a crossover, or the Rough Riders. Edmonton, not a great season, but it's been picking up since Trey Ford's come in. Udhay, have you been watching any of Ford's great, amazing plays? A couple long dashes?
I actually have, and he's had how many? 163 yards and 81 completions this season, which is actually pretty good.
1,163. Yeah.
Yeah, 1,100.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty good for only playing 6 games this season.
Yeah. Obviously, didn't come in to start too early within the season. Edmonton struggled up until that point, and they are 4-2 in the last 6 games. Especially, they've been playing quite good at home. I'd like to mention that to any doubters and haters that have been saying, "Oh, they suck," especially at home. They're 4-2 in the last 6.
Yeah.
And they, out of the last games at home, they are 2. They're 2-1 out of the last 3 games at home. That is amazing.
I feel like after that first home game, they picked it up.
Yeah.
They got that motivation.
Yeah, Edmonton's looking to continue a winning streak of 2 games at home, and to make it a 3-game winning streak total.
Yep.
Last week, Edmonton took on Saskatchewan, taking it 36-27. BC, I believe they are 9-4. Obviously, a really good record. They are second in the Western Conference. They're coming off a bit of a low last week.
Yeah.
Dropping. Where are we here?
I feel like Elks have won their last 2 games.
Yeah.
And then they played Calgary twice. Lost the first game, won the second one. So
yeah,
I feel like today's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
Coming off a 2-game win streak.
Yeah.
So.
BC just lost, or almost lost, to the Red Blacks, almost choking against one of the worst teams in the league, 41-37 in BC. So BC's obviously going to try and have a bit of a comeback game, show they are still one of the solid teams. And in about 2 weeks before that, they lost to the Tiger Cats, another bottom feeder in the CFL, 30-13, also in BC. But let's take it back to Edmonton. They have not scored a point against BC this year.
Yeah.
BC has scored 27 and 22. That's 40. It's 49-0 right now in the Lions season series against the Elks. The real question is, with Trey Ford Can he defeat the Lions defense? He's shown off his skills against how many other defenses, solid defenses, but can he show it against one of the best defenses in the league, being the BC Lions?
The Lions are also coming off of a 2-game win streak too.
Yeah.
So it will be a really good game today.
Yeah. I would like to point out those...
I think the Elks are going to pull through today.
Yeah.
With the dub. I personally think that because didn't they lose their last game against the Lions?
Yeah, they did. 27-0.
Yeah, so they probably want revenge for that.
Yeah, I mean, that was when Cornelius was starting. Obviously, they've made quite a few changes since then.
Yeah.
A change at OC and a change at QB. An overall change of the playbook.
Those changes have helped them a lot too.
You know, obviously picking it up quite a bit. Lots of changes in the playbook, especially getting a lot more creative. And you've seen that in the special teams with Taylor Cornelius, the former starter, coming in at third string now. And he has been really actually, I think he's been doing a great job of the 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1 short plays, especially when they've been calling those trick plays with AC Leonard running that bit of a go route. We saw them score, Edmonton score with that go route on the fake quarterback sneak last week, helping them take the win. Do you think... I'll continue?
Go ahead.
Okay. How do you think Kevin Brown will do tonight with the solid Lions D-line? Do you think he'll be able to puncture them and get in, or what are you feeling?
I do feel like it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like he has that motivation coming off the 2 wins.
Yeah, he
has that. But you also have to keep in mind, the Lions are also 9-4 this season. So they've had a pretty decent record.
Yeah.
Pretty good, actually.
Well, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Kevin Brown won the game ball for last game.
Yeah.
MVP for the Elks. Kevin Brown just hit 1,000 yards. Oh. I think we lost. Oh, Udhay, you're good there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin Brown rushed for 1,000 yards, just recently hitting it. 159 rushes. That's a 6.31 average. Only rushing for 4 touchdowns. But, you know, I think we could see him continue to have some success. Obviously, didn't start the year off too great, especially in the Toronto game, only rushing for 16 yards with 6 carries. But in the last, let's see here, how many games? Last 2 games, he's hit over 100 yards by not even, it's been a big amount. Last week, 19 carries for 175 yards and 1 touchdown. Week before against Calgary, 15 carries for 143 yards and a touchdown. I think we can see him continue the success, even though they are playing one of the toughest defenses in the league, being the Lions. But let's move on from Kevin Brown to the Lions depth chart. We got the BC Lions depth chart. Starting at quarterback, we got Vernon Adams Jr. Solid runner. This is his first full season with the Lions after being traded from the Montreal Alouettes. Obviously trying to fill Nathan Rourke's open spot. At slot back, we've got Keon Hatcher. Starting at receiver, Lucky Whitehead. And at the other receiver, Hollins. Another starting slot back, we got Katoy, I think that's how you pronounce it, and McInnes. Starting at running back, we got Mizzle, and fullback, Mackey.
Yeah.
At kicker, former Elks kicker, Sean White, one of my favorites. And then at punter, can't really pronounce it, but Flintoff. Flintoft? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the Lions offense, and now let's take it to the Elks offense. Let's pull that up. Cut. Elks offense. Yeah, all right. Obviously, starting at quarterback, Trey Ford. Then we're moving to fullback, Tanner Green. Then to receiver, Manny Arsenault. Then at slot back, Mitchell. Again at receiver, Moore. Our star, Mr. Gino Lewis. The beast in the East, now the best in the West. And then also starting at slot back, Mr. Gavin Cobb from BC.
Yeah.
At punter, again, Jake Gillian. And at kicker, the global, Mr. Dean Faithful. Just seeing an update here. Coney Ely moved out of the lineup, former starter, and moved in is Egg Bowl. So that might be something to keep a look at. Must be a warm-up injury or pre-game injury, or he could have been even a game-time decision. Before we look at the Elks and Lions defense, we're going to take it to elsewhere in sports.
Elsewhere in sports.
Oil Kings taking on the Rebels to kick off their season in Red Deer at the PV Mart Centrum. Moving on, we've got the Reds taking on the Pirates in Cincinnati. Blue Jays Rays. Brewers Marlins. Diamondbacks Yankees. Braves Nationals. Mets Phillies. Orioles Guardians. White Sox Red Sox. Mariners Rangers. Angels Twins. Royals Astros in Houston. Tigers Athletics. Cardinals Padres. Giants Dodgers. Rockies Cubs. Rockies Cubs is over 6-0. The Cubs take it. Currently, the Rough Riders are playing the Red Blacks in Ottawa at TD Place. Currently 0-0 at the time of recording. Pats Wheat Kings. WHL season kicking off. Pats Wheat Kings. Medicine Hat Tigers. Hitmen. Broncos Hurricanes. Warriors Raiders. Chiefs Blazers. Americans Cougars. Winterhawks Wild, and the Victoria Royals taking on the Vancouver Giants at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Moving on to the QMJHL. Sea Dogs Titan. Wildcats Eagles. Islanders Mooseheads. Tigers Oceanic. Voltigeurs Olympics. Armada Phoenix. And Draka and the Sanguines. That is kicking off the QMJHL season as well. So big day in sports. Two of Canada's most popular junior leagues kicking off.
Oilers preseason kicking off Sunday against the Jets.
Against the Jets, that is where? Where is that?
I think that's in Edmonton. I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in Edmonton.
And then
4 p.m.
tomorrow, Saturday, make sure to check out Oilers Fan Day, locker room sale, and an open Oilers practice. You can go check out, bring your family, bring your friends, get to see the Oilers in action in practice style.
That's it for Elsewhere in Sports.
Hey, check out 2 Months Podcast as well as Edmonton Sports Talk, the driving inspiration behind 30 Minutes Inside Sports.
All right, welcome back. We're going to take a quick look at the Elks depth chart on defense and then the Lions defense. Elks, like I said, Egg Bowl coming in, Ely coming out, maybe due to injury. Don't know yet. Starting at defensive end, we've got Jake Seresna, and at defensive tackle, Nelson, and then where Ely was formerly Canadian M. Chapong. Then at the other defensive end, AC Leonard. Starting at cornerback, we got Lewis and Gray. Defensive halfback, Gainey and Bratton. At safety, Purifoy. Middle linebacker, Morgan. Defensive slot back, McLaurin. And wide linebacker, Konar. So not many changes on defense, except for the Ely. Obviously, that's a big change. And not many changes on offense. Actually, no changes on offense so far. Gavin Cobb played last week against Saskatchewan, filling in for Stephen Dunbar Jr., who has been placed on the six-game injury list after having injured. I believe it is a rib injury.
So Max, what are your predictions for tonight's game? I know you're going, so
yeah. Well, actually, any Swifties, make sure to check it out tonight. Okay? Especially if you're in college. It is the Campus Clash game. If you're going through university, come check it out. You can win tickets to Madrid, Spain, to go full round trip to go see T Swift. Make sure to check it out. Hopefully it's buzzing. Hopefully we get a good atmosphere. Pack the stands.
I feel like it will be a great atmosphere coming off of 2 straight wins.
Yeah.
Which is really rare to find with the Elks.
Yeah. And like I said,
and
the Trey Ford effect.
Friday night, people aren't going to work tomorrow.
Yeah. A bit of a later kickoff, but not too bad. 7:30 kickoff. Let's take a look at the Lions defense. Starting at cornerback, Peters. Defensive halfback, Lee. Linebacker, Woods. Other linebacker, Holodick. Other linebacker, Rugamba. Another defensive halfback, Sales. Then cornerback, Edwards Cooper. Defensive end, Betts. Then Barron at defensive tackle. And Banks. Then at the other defensive end, Tuhima. And then starting at safety, Mauger. So let's see. I don't think there are many changes this week for them either. So gonna be a big game for Edmonton, and as well as the Lions trying to recuperate after almost dropping game to the Ottawa Red Blacks. All right, that's it really for the Elks pregame. We're just gonna take a quick look at the Oilers. Not much to talk about, but really still continuing with the Broberg trade, kind of bit of kind of guess or fan stuff being put out about maybe a possibility of a Broberg trade. He has been he's still developing, Broberg, but he really needs to step up and just solidify himself as either
a go-to,
as an actual NHL defenseman, or if he is going to be traded. Obviously, a trade could really help with the salary cap issue and maybe bring back a guy like Sam Gagner, but it's not like you would want to trade a guy with so much potential like Broberg.
Mm-hmm. He's still a young player, right?
Yeah, he's 22.
Still got a couple seasons.
He's kind of in between being an actual 6-player defenseman, or on a team with 6 defensemen, and a AHL defender. He's, again, got lots of potential. He's constantly getting better, but he has not taken the big step yet. Hopefully he can take that step. And as well as this, Matthias Ekholm has also not participated in camp, as either has Ryan McLeod. Ekholm is having a hip flexor issue, which obviously is a very important muscle when skating. Hopefully he's back sooner than later. Like to see him be ready for
after the trade when they brought in Ekblom. He's been actually playing really good. He's helped out the team a lot.
Yeah, so hopefully we can actually get a full year of him. Hopefully no injuries. Hopefully this hip flexor injury is not continue into the regular season and hopefully ends quite soon so we can get some reps in. I haven't heard any news on Ryan McLeod yet. He has also not taken any practices yet. So hopefully he'll come back and show that he is worth that new contract.
I wanted to just talk about the Oilers' schedule. They're not getting a rest. 5 Oilers games in 7 days.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
I mean, it's not too bad right here.
It is still preseason.
Yeah, it is preseason, so constantly new rosters. So, should be okay, but it appears, he is not taking ice skates yet. Obviously, we'll be back with that, but I think that is it for the Elks pregame show and a bit of Oilers talk. Quick bonus episode for 30 Minutes Inside Sports. Missing Majeko, but I think Uday's done a pretty good job of filling in for him. Udhay, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have you back soon. Everyone listening, make sure to check out our fantasy draft live stream Monday, 2 o'clock on the dot. Check it out. I'm pretty sure with the group of guys we got there are going to be some trades. And actually...
And it's going to be an entertaining episode.
We have some updates. We have a couple new guys in the league, including Mr. Nathan Weaver and Mr. Krish Kular. So, make sure to check out the live stream. Watch out for it. Thanks for listening. Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for listening to 30 Minutes Inside Sports. Check out the Instagram page for updates on episodes and subscribe to the YouTube. As well, follow our Spotify.
Cornelius in trouble, trying to get away. He will not. Oh, what is he doing? What is he doing?
Oh, Nail Yakupov. This guy was an idiot.
Why are you so pissy, Leon? Why are you so pissy?
I'm not. I'm just answering your...
Yeah, you are.
When you want to fuck around, sometimes you got to find out. So
what is happening? The Elks have won 2 in a row.